Hello peeps, Hillbilly Half with you today. Bit of a random one today. I've managed to pick myself another older piece of machinery up. It's a parimiter 8-foot discs, and it's in really good nick. I know it looks a bit rusty, but all the discs are hardly worn really. One disc has got a little bit of a crack in it, needs a bit of a weld, but other than that it's in really good nick. For those of you that aren't farmers, basically this is a thing that you pull along behind the tractor and it sort of tills up the ground. And in my case, I've got a bit of ground in another area, whereas more of a, what would you say, a boggy sort of area, not hard ground. And it's got rushes on, so this is going to hopefully do the job of churning it all up, and we can put some grass seed into it and improve the ground, hopefully. Because if you remember, I bought that thing a while back, I was hoping to do it with, and I realised that wouldn't work with rushes. So here you are. Sometimes you make a wrong decision, don't you? But anyway, this is the old school way of doing it, brutal way of pulling it along. And these discs, they spin, look, if I can show you. They're quite sharp, these things. And these, when you pull this on, these roll along and they rip at the ground, and you go over it a few times and it'll till it up really, instead of having to plough it. Of course it's better to plough it, but there we are. I think we're going to try this, and that's the end of it. Now you can adjust the thing by here, by moving it in the different holes there on the front and the back of these arms, so it can be more aggressive or less aggressive. So lots of the farmers will know already what it's like. Sorry, it's a job to show you, the sun is in my eyes, huh? So this has got to be as old as me, if probably not older than me. This has got to be 40-year-old, I must be. And it's as solid as the day it was made. Because people back then, they made these things to last. They didn't make things like these days with this old crappy metal. Metal these days, back then, was proper stuff. Like, look at that, that's a half-inch plate there. And same here, half-inch plate. They didn't mess around back in them days, so only thing I'm not sure about is if this will fix a fast track. That's the only thing there. Is it too skinny there? So we might have to do some modification where we put some pins right through so they're wider, if you see what I mean, so they slip over. But that's the only thing. But, really looking forward to trying this thing out. The weather's a nice day today. Going to start shearing now in the next, well, probably next week, I think. I haven't got a huge amount of sheep, but I shear them all myself, and I hate the fucking job. If everybody knows me, I'm going to start saying ducking instead of whatever. I hate the ducking job with a passion, and the only reason I do it is because I'm too stubborn to let somebody else do it. The sheep, the wool has risen on a lot of them, but there's one lot that the wool hasn't risen 100% on yet, so they're going to be swines. And they're the ones I need to shear first to go onto the ground I got in another place. There we are. So just a quick one today to show you a new purchase. Not a lot of money I paid for this, but it should hopefully be here as long as I'm here. Built to last. Ta-da!